going to be checking out My Obsession with Hatsune Miku by JaidenAnimations, which I am definitely not obsessing over Miku lately. And seeing Jaiden do this isn't just giving me an excuse to look at more fun shit about a character that I think is becoming more and more unique and kind of relevant as time goes on, because that would be silly, and I never do silly things. So we're going to ignore this question and just leave a like, because I forgot to subscribe. That's embarrassing.
Music is a huge part of our society. It brings people together, lets you express yourself in
Music? Oh yeah, because Miku came up as a Vocaloid initially. I only know her from all the memes and just content about her. I didn't actually remember the music part.
new and creative ways, can even help you get through tough times. Personally, for me, I don't get it. I'm sorry.
What?
I've honestly never been a big music person.
I'm sorry, just the face. I know that's supposed to be Marceline from Adventure Time. I don't know who that is. And there's some random old man who's got a cat face. I have no idea what's up with that. Okay.
Person. I know, throw me into a volcano. I would just rather watch YouTube videos. I don't know. I like the constant flashing colors and pictures, I think. Like
Donovan's Nuggie... Wait, is that an actual video? Nuggies review. 17 subscribers. Have Nuggies. I've done that. Not reviewed Nuggies. I've gone on videos and just put them on to listen to someone review chicken nuggets before. It was a good video. I mean, it's a joke here, but it's actually a good video.
I think. Like, I don't hate music. For the most part, I could honestly listen to anything, but that's kind of it, you know? Nothing stands out to me, and I don't go out of my way to listen to it. If anyone out there is like me, you understand the pain of when a conversation starts turning towards the topic of music. You know exactly what's coming, and you're helpless to stop it. There's nothing you can do. It's already in motion. The person you're talking to opens their mouth, and you wince as they say it. So what kind of music do you listen to?
You know, I didn't think I would empathize so much with that thought process, but now that she said it out loud, I'm kind of in the same boat as her. For a long time, I do have some favorites, but who goes out there and admits, I like Swedish Death Symphony? That's not even a joke. Look at the band Nightwish. It's amazing. I love their stuff. But yeah, it's Swedish Death... bit my tongue. Symphony. You don't say that in public conversation. I'm not going to say polite, because if I'm in the conversation, it's not by polite anything. And
I don't really listen to music. Like, not at all. Nah, maybe like some video game music every once in a while, but that's kind of it. Damn, that's crazy.
Have you heard video game music? It's freaking awesome. Okay, maybe I would listen to Revenge. It's just straight up like metal at that point.
Yeah. And after that conversational stumbling, the person starts talking about the music they like, and you have to stand there and take it. Oh, that sounds cool. I should give it a listen. You're just lying through your teeth, not being convinced in the slightest, and will immediately forget every piece of information they tried to feed you. Even if I want...
I've actually had this exact conversation. I think it was recently. Someone was talking about WAP by Lady Gaga or something, and... I don't know what the hell I'm talking about here right now. I don't even know if I'm making a joke. This could be real for all I know. If it comes to pop music, I do not get it. I think they wore a meat dress. I'm not sure if that's them or someone else who's doing art. I can't tell.
Wanted to look it up later. My brain goes, get this out of here immediately. We've got to make room for the 4-hour-long video essay about Freddy Fazbear. Basically,
there's a 4-hour-long video essay about Freddy Fazbear? You know what? I was going to say there's no way that's a real thing, but I'm almost certain someone in the chat is going to tell me, no, I found it. Here's where to get it.
I don't connect to music the way the majority of people do, and no one, including me, is happy about it. Look, I've tried to contribute in my own way, but no one else listens to the Mario Kart Cheeseland theme in their free time. It's good. No one believes me. Now, on a completely unrelated
note,
a while ago, I wanted to get into a hobby that was fun and active at the same time, because I do not move if not incentivized to. And that's not good.
I feel very personally attacked right now. Oh God, this is literally me. Oh.
I'd like to still be fully functional at the age of 30. So after a bit of...
Yeah, good luck on that one. I'm still not functional in the slightest.
soul searching and digging around in the old ideas jar, I decided to try out DDR. I got a dance pad, downloaded some fun video game songs and anime intros to Dance Dance
I don't remember Luffy doing that dance, but I can also see him doing it.
Revolution 2, and I got really into it. It was the most active I've been since high school.
She was super buff at it.
Was doing cardio for hours on end. Who am I? After playing my batch of custom songs for a few months, I decided to download some more stuff. And that's when I casually thought to myself,
months? Okay, I'm going to be completely honest here. That's not a new hobby. That's an obsession. And people mentioned there's a 24-hour lore, 150 episode explaining FNAF lore by game theory. And Valeria mentioned world's tallest leprechaun. You found PGR thanks to him? Ooh, might have to check them out.
I wonder if there's any good Vocaloid charts. Now to start a completely new tangent again,
oh,
Vocaloid is a voice synthesizer program, yada yada yada. Basically, it's robot.
I'm sorry, why is Gurren Lagann there? What? I don't... What? I feel I'm missing something.
Vocaloid is a...
Okay.
Voice synthesizer...
Wonk?
Program, yada yada yada.
Why did the... It's a... Okay, Domino Miku's. Is that Miku in a Sonic costume or just, you know what? I've seen enough videos about some of the crazy things in Sonic. I'm not going to question it.
Yada. Basically, it's robot voices you can control to write songs, and there's different characters based on what voice you use. The most common example, you know her, you love her, is Hatsune Miku. Yep, strap in folks, we're finally talking about Hatsune Miku, my beloved. My history with Hatsune Miku is a bit all over the place. I first got really into her in high school.
Oh, so she's already been a fan.
Exactly how, but I probably just stumbled onto some of her popular songs while browsing YouTube one day.
I keep getting told about this Badger meme and I don't get it. I've seen it referenced in Oh. Oh, everything I'm about to say pains me, but I'm going to say it anyways. In historic content about the ancient past of YouTube. You know, over a decade ago. Okay, now that I've had that horrible, crippling realization, I don't get it. I don't get the Badger thing. What was that? I don't get it.
Either way, I was obsessed, and that was the first instance of me actually listening to music, which, as you know, was groundbreaking. I loved Hatsune Miku so much that in my senior year of English class, the teacher told us to write a PowerPoint presentation about anything we wanted.
Oh, no.
Most kids talked about, like, ending racism or recycling or something like that, but
9 months ago. Well, they definitely did succeed.
Decided my presentation was gonna be about our girl, Hatsune Miku. You know, just as morally important as ending racism and preventing global warming. Of course, I disguised it as a presentation about our hologram concert's gonna be the future of live music.
Probably.
But it was really just an excuse to gush about...
How many years ago was this? Because if she was in high school, and she's only in her 20s now, so... This probably did come out before they did a hologram Tupac concert. I was gonna say Tupac, wow. Also, yeah, they did that. They got the family's permission, at least, which is a lot more than some people have done.
About Miku because I desperately needed that outlet. I was a lonely child. Honestly, I'm not even sure how I mustered up the courage to do that presentation in the first place, because as the shy art girl who never talked to or hung out with anyone, it was a bold choice for me to talk about something considered so strange and nerdy at the time. I started my presentation and immediately was like, oh my god, what the hell am I doing talking about a holographic Japanese pop icon in front of my normie-ass classmates? I regret...
Did I just say normal school poster behind her? I think it did actually say normal school poster.
Japanese pop icon in front of my normie.
Normal school poster, yeah. To be completely fair here, that's still probably better than most of the posters they would randomly throw up. Like that goddamn cat hang in there poster. I'm like, yes, because being in school is literally just hanging on by the tips of your fingers before imminent death. That is perfectly accurate to how this feels. High school, man.
As classmates, I regret every moment I didn't stop myself from getting right here. After playing Miku's viral World Is Mine performance for the class, one of the, like, popular girls was like, that was cool, can we watch another?
What?
And I thought she was making fun of me. popular girls was like, that was cool.
Called it. There's a hang in there. They have the hang in there poster. It is pretty accurate to school.
Can we watch another? And I thought she was making fun of me, so I just sat back down. As much as I loved Miku back then, my anxiety got the better of me, and I slowly drifted away from her because I didn't want to feel like a social...
The disappearance of Hatsune Miku. Oh my god. Is that actual video too? Actually, might be for all I know.
outcast. It's a dog-eat-dog world when you're a teenager, and you know it. We were all just...
Why does that say donut hole? Donut hole? A carousel and some guy with a switch? Francium? Francium? I feel this is a reference to something and I don't actually know what this is. I feel I'm missing an obvious one. Maybe it's just an old YouTube reference I just don't get.
And you know it. We were all just trying to survive out there. I'm sorry, Miku. I was...
Okay, this is only 9 months old, talking about school. Feels a lot more culturally relevant, though. Oh, God. Pretty sure she's an American, too, so... Sounds about right. Lead backpacks.
Week. Fast forward to current Jaiden. I've grown up a bit and more sure of myself, learned some life lessons, am not surrounded by self-conscious teenagers 24/7. I'm now sitting...
Yeah, can you imagine having to actually do that constantly? There's people who go back to school as high school teacher and they're surrounded by constant, nervous high schoolers. Yeah, that sounds like torture.
Here in front of my computer screen with a choice. Should
Evil
I
Miku?
choose to yet again repress myself from pursuing a niche and uncommon interest because of self-conscious fears? Or am I gonna choose self-healing and growth and allow myself...
What the fuck? No. Let's go back a step. You know, I knew Jaiden was a really good artist. But for just a moment here, she's channeling Netrix. That is a lot of teeth. And the shading and the eyes and the... Okay. So. Good to know.
Allow myself to fully re-explore the world of a Japanese virtual pop star to play DDR2.
Oh no.
Crank up that Miku. I started downloading songs I listened to years ago, found some new ones. I was exploring and already getting more and more into the music.
Are we certain that Netrix didn't contribute to this? Because this is hitting dangerous levels of creep that just oh my. And haha, someone else mentioned she has a team. Yeah, and the team is very good at going full Netrix apparently.
I chose to leave behind out of fear years ago. I was flourishing, and that's how it began. I didn't know it back then, but this was the first step of a hyperfixation like no other I've experienced. Hatsune Miku was showing me the ways of truly enjoying music. I was playing her whenever I was in the car, consistently looking up new songs and artists to add to my playlist, even listening to her while I work or play video games, which I pretty much never did. My world was changing. And it was all hers. This wasn't just the music either, it was straight up about Hatsune Miku. I've never been a
Meet Miku? Hatsune Michael? Hatsune Miku? Hatsune fan art? Cosplay meet? Oh god.
figure collector, but I started buying so many Miku.
And Sierra mentioned to Jaiden, to Netrix, to Meat Canyon. Yeah. Yeah, indeed.
Figures. I had to get a custom shelf in my office just to display them all. Dude, it's such a double-edged...
I can get shelving from IKEA. You ever think about something so obvious that in hindsight there's no reason you shouldn't have thought about it already? Yeah, welcome to me right now realizing I could have got all the shelving I needed to hold my random bullshit instead of hiding it behind a green screen. Didn't mean to do that, it just turned out that way.
sword to be into Miku because the fan base is constantly being fed. New Miku this, new Miku that. Gorgeous figures are coming out like every month. What am I supposed to do? Not buy them? Every house needs to have at least one Miku. That's a feng shui rule. Also, a huge oversight on my part. When I got my Miku shelf installed, I wanted it above my computer. It turned out great and displays them really well, but when I'm actually sitting at my desk and want to look up and admire my figures, all I see is accidental upskirt shots, and I feel so bad.
Don't mind me. I'm just looking where there's functional shelving locations I could use. No reason. That's a lot of free space up there. Nothing to see here, folks.
Sorry, Miku, I'm not trying to disrespect you, I promise. It was a miscalculation on my part.
Yeah, she's gonna keep doing.
Whenever I'm at my desk, I just don't look up. As most of you probably know, Pokemon invited Jacob and me to Japan to attend the Pokemon World Championships back in August. That was super fun.
August? Oh, so this came out 9 months ago. That's for 2023. Damn, these videos take a long time to make.
And the video of that trip should be up by now if I'd planned things correctly. If not, then oops. But Worlds also just so happened to overlap with Magical Mirai, also known as one of the biggest Hatsune Miku expos and concerts ever.
You know, I was going to say how there's, oh god, an actual entire convention or a expo for Miku. Then I realized what I'm talking about, and yeah, no, never mind. This makes perfect sense.
We had to go. Since getting super into Miku, it became one of my biggest dreams to see her live in concert. Who knows if we'd ever get this perfect of an opportunity again? What if she invites me backstage and we became friends? I immediately tried to get tickets, but couldn't figure out how the Japanese ticket system worked, so Emily ended up having to help me out. She was also the one who told me about the concert in the first place, so thank you, Emily, my hero, my savior. We got tickets, but not actually, because if you don't know, the way Japan does most of their online ticket systems is through a gacha.
Did they freaking just pull a Genshin reference? Actually, that's probably exactly right. I wonder if you only have to pay when you get it, or if you don't pay, you don't get to even pull.
Yeah, random lottery. No matter how much money I was willing to hypothetically spend to get these tickets, at the end of the day, we were all just like those little numbered balls in that bingo spinner thing. Months.
So wait. They have to pay to get a chance to get a ticket. Still probably cheaper than going to Ticketmaster, but still.
Pass as I eagerly await our fate. Then the email pops up in my inbox.
She changed it to a Hatsune Miku freaking monitor. Oh my god. And yeah, Shadis, I remember now. She did a Genshin video.
I click it, scanning it way too quickly to understand any of the contents.
I kind of want to read it just to see what they randomly put in
my inbox. I click it.
Hello, Jane. This is an update of the ticket raffle you entered. We have an update regarding the final winners of the raffle, but first, here's a word from our sponsors. Hello, everyone. I'm Scott, president of Domino's Pizza. Have you heard of Hatsune Miku? Today, I'd like to announce a new collaborative project featuring Hatsune Miku Domino's app, featuring Hatsune Miku Vocaloid Cables actress. Oh god, great feature. It's all I like to know. Domino's crew can work. Great Vocaloids. Ishi, Chiyo, Kiyoshi, Fuchi, Kenshi. Everyone amazing Vocaloids with. Oh god, did she actually put the full-on ad in here? I'm assuming she did something to do with Pizza Hut.
Any of the contents until my eyes catch it. Successfully obtain tickets.
Ooh.
We're gonna see Miku! Suddenly life had color again. This is what living feels like. Air tasted more pure. The sun was smiling.
Were those Miku clouds?
I smiled back for the first time. Something smelled like...
Why is that one of the most disturbing things I've seen?
Toast. You have no idea how excited I was. I don't even understand why I love
Hatsune
as much as I do, but she has become one of the pillars of my being. Let's jump to the day of the concert. Jacob and I are in Japan and are just about to arrive at the convention center. I remember looking out the window of the taxi, getting so excited to see people wearing their Miku shirts and kimonos, and they had Miku bags. I felt like I was finally around my people. We get there, walk into the convention center, and a blast of Hatsune Miku hits us. Giant Miku statues and posters, booths stocked with Miku merchandise, almost everyone dressed head to toe in Miku clothes. I saw people with Hatsune Miku suitcases to hold all the Miku things they were buying.
I am not the person to say that this might be a little bit of an overfixation. But
immediately wanted to run around and look at everything all at once. There were multiple times where Jacob lost me because I just started walking off in different directions like a...
I've done this. I've done this with my wife. Actually, we've all done it with each other. Where it's like, ooh, shiny, and then we walk off without telling the other person because we're immediately distracted by shiny things. It has happened so many times when we went to conventions. Oh god, we are horrible about it.
A Miku moth. We spent a few hours looking around and buying things. We spent a lot of money, but eventually we started getting ready for the live concert. I was giddy with excitement at this point. She was gonna be right in front of me. We found our seats and dude, we were pretty damn close to the stage, especially for randomly selected seats. I couldn't believe how close
even the seats are randomly selected?
Miku. I already knew going into it I was gonna cry frame one. If you didn't know, it's pretty standard to have special Miku glow sticks you can shake to the beat of whichever song is playing. You can even switch them to the coordinated color of whichever Vocaloid was on stage at the time.
We know which one they're going with.
I've only learned about it from watching videos of concerts on YouTube thus far, and I gotta say, it was so fun to see people before the show warming up their arms and practicing their glow stick moves.
What?
They really take Hatsune Miku seriously, and I
They're all saluting the Miku. This is... I feel if Jaiden didn't absolutely love Miku herself, this would be all lampooning it. But it almost feels like she is lampooning it, but also respecting it at the same time now. What if someone else did the exact opposite?
Respect it so much. Some people were even quadruple wielding glow sticks. The record I personally saw was 6, like some sort of Miku Wolverine. It was a huge bummer though, because Jacob and I tried to buy some sticks of our own at the expo hall, but they were already sold out. So we didn't have any. And it was kind of embarrassing. Soon enough, the Miku songs the venue was playing started getting louder and the house lights dimmed. And man, seeing the lights turn down and the teal glow of all the sticks emanating together to light up the room, honestly, it made me tear up. I don't even think I realized how much I loved Hatsune Miku until that moment, being completely surrounded by people who love her just as much and more than I do. This is what it's like to be...
fuck. Yeah, that is a face. Wow. Yeah, Star Drummer mentioned this is an SCP. Oh god, does that seem like the case right now? This is a memetic virus.
Into music, isn't it? To experience these moments being completely engulfed in a community, all connected by a single art.
I feel like there's a butt coming. I don't think that's her style.
The room glowed Miku blue, and everyone was cheering and shaking their glow sticks, anticipating her appearance. All the Vocaloids were introduced one by one with text on the hologram screen. Mako, Luca, Kaito,
I have no idea who any of these people are.
Len, and then Hatsune Miku. The crowd went ballistic. I can already feel myself holding back tears. A little digital poof explosion goes off, and there she was, right in front of us.
She's immediately crying.
And Jacob and I were cheering and bouncing with the rest of the crowd. By the time she got a couple songs in, Jacob and I were definitely feeling left out for not having the glow sticks to shake. So we pulled out our Miku plushes to use in place of them. And
oh my god, they're freaking waving plushies? Okay, that was actually a good idea.
Mikus. After a few songs, Miku disappeared and the other Vocaloids played some of their songs. I honestly don't know them as well, so I wasn't too familiar with most of the songs they all played, but I was having a great time.
It just has a random Miku in stage costume behind him. Nice choice on this one.
Nonetheless, it was nice to not be fighting tears the whole time anymore as well. Then Miku came back and the concert continued on, and we learned some real nice glow stick moves replaced with our Miku plushes.
Did she just punch him out?
Classic arm.
No, I'm pretty sure she actually just punched him out there.
Nice glow stick moves.
Oh, he gets knocked over on this side, and she just punches him out, and they're all freaking. Oh my god.
Miku plushes, of course. There's the classic arm cheer on.
So if there's one thing we need to remember here, it's that you do not stand anywhere near her if you have any desire to survive.
On beat, the on beat off beat, the building cheer on to beat, even throw in the advanced building cheer on to double beat with a height. I'll say it, doing all those glow stick movements was honestly...
I'm pretty sure I've seen this exact animation in
cheer
an
on to
anime.
double beat with a height.
Why do I feel like I've seen that exact movement? I don't remember what anime it is. I think I just saw it a few months ago too.
I'll say it.
Oh, it's gonna bug me now.
Glow stick movements
It's like right in the
was
intro.
honestly a really crazy arm workout. Like we were working biceps and shoulders for 2 hours.
And you got into this from
Imagine
DDR.
Beat Saber, but higher up in the posture with almost no breaks. And if you don't commit, then
Oh,
Hatsune
God.
Miku thinks you hate her. I wanted to mention that in Vocaloid concerts, obviously they have a recording of the vocals because, you know. But all the
Yeah.
other instruments were absolutely real. There was a live band
What?
playing all the songs.
Seriously?
For the entire set. In the middle of the concert, there was even a nice little appreciation moment.
Huh. Unironically, that's actually kind of shocking me, considering this is about a Vocaloid doing digital representations of singing, but they're actually reintegrating the human element with literal live bandmates? That's actually fascinating, considering the point of them was so you didn't have to deal with live people, but now it's got so popular that live people are being brought back in. Neat. If I was more cynical, I'd think this is something that would give me hope. I'm not that happy.
Showcasing all the band members by name, accompanied by a little solo they got to play.
Nice.
I'm a big bass fan and would love to
Really?
learn how to play it one
Oh.
day. And I know bass players get super neglected because everyone
Yeah.
wants to watch the cool guitar players. So I gave extra attention to the Miku bass player. They definitely noticed me cheering for them, probably because I could tell everyone was watching the guitar players and I was the only one actually looking at them. And the bass player smiled super wide and raised his bass to me. And I just thought that was a nice moment. Appreciate your bass players, guys. They
Don't know. She's a bass player, I'm pretty sure. And oh, Scott Pilgrim. Wait, he's a bass player? Oh, more you know.
need it. Anyway, the concert went on. There were awesome lasers and sparklers, fun costume changes from all the Vocaloids, great set list. Shout out to the guy in front of us that was there with his girlfriend and definitely more excited to be there than she was. Finally, it came
Yep, never done that to my wife. Never randomly gone to an event that I'm way more into than she is. And she's just like, that's nice, dear. I'm glad you're happy. Let me have this moment.
the encore. We had to convince Miku to play one more song. You know how, at least in America, people are cheering and screaming for an encore?
And they
Japan
don't?
is like so quiet and polite. They were saying it like a suggestion. It was so quiet. Kind of just a long session of applause with a whisper of Miku. Miku. Like, if I were Hatsune Miku, I would have questioned if they even wanted the encore in the first place. Also, we were asking for the encore for like 5 minutes straight. I was fully convinced she had left the building, but she came out for her last song. It was
They actually make them wait 5 minutes for an encore? Is that a Japan thing? Because I'll be honest, if I was waiting 5 minutes for a song after technically the set was completed from an AI or an artificial Vocaloid, I would have assumed there wasn't one and left by now.
was a blast. She was in her magical Mirai outfit for the year.
What?
And it was over. I've only gone to one other concert in my entire life, and it was because a friend in college had an extra ticket and invited me along. I didn't even know the band at the time. It was some
I'm just going to say right now, I perfectly empathize with this
friend in
exact
college
face.
had an extra
I know this face so well. Oh God, I know that feeling. I have vivid memories of exactly what this face represents. This hurts me on a personal level I was not expecting today. I should have, but I wasn't.
ticket and invited me along. I didn't even know the band at the time. It was some random group called Fallout Boy or something.
What?
But I could have been to 1,000
Who's Fallout
concerts
Boy?
and still say this was the best one
that a
I've
game
ever
reference?
been to. I loved the
maybe I missed
energy.
something.
I loved how passionate and excited everyone was to be there. And I loved Hatsune Miku and still do. I want to go to so many more of her concerts. It was a great event for me and I want to relive it again and again. You might think it's weird or you don't get it. It's just a hologram robot girl, right? That's totally fine. If you can't find it in Vocaloid, I hope everyone has the opportunity to connect with or find a community to enjoy like I have with Hatsune Miku, because moments like that concert are so incredible and I feel so lucky to have been there. I just want everyone to experience something like that in their lifetime.
Getting into Vocaloid can be a bit intimidating.
Seriously, the artists they have, man. and this is her entire team. One of these people, actually probably multiple of these people, their art style is terrifying. And I both love and am terrified of them in any way, shape, or form they could ever possibly get to, because there is some really effed up shit, man. Those faces, oh dear God. Also, people in chat are mentioning he doesn't know Fall Out Boy. Is it something to do with Bethesda? I didn't know they had a band. Maybe it was like one of the replacements. I don't know. I don't do music much. Yeah, all the same though, guys. That was insane. And I can easily see if Jaiden didn't truly love Miku, this entire video would be less, oh, look how awesome this was to get to meet people who are just as obsessive as I am as about all of this. And it's just this one niche community, but we're all here. And I'm not the normie or the weird person being surrounded by normies. It's just like all the crazy together. If anyone else did this who was a normie or who was not in this specific niche, it would be, hey, look at this horrible, terrible thing that is drawing people into a hole of darkness and depression and making them suffer and give up all their money at the same time. It would basically be a super eye patch wolf video. Except I think he would probably be more on the okay side with this. I say that, but there's probably going to be one person in chat going, yeah, there's probably a Super Eye Patch Wolf video talking about Hatsune Miku, and it's probably equally fucked up because it's a Super Eye Patch Wolf video. He does two kinds of videos. Wrestling and, oh God, I don't want to see this. Why am I subjecting myself to this? It's awesome, but I hate every second. It would be the exact opposite of Jaiden. I like where this is going, though, because it's not making me re-question sanity or the fact that I have none, obviously. So DK mentioned makes it hits sports fans. Yeah. All the same, though. It's just really cool to see people talk about something they're passionate about. So just getting that little deep dive into the world of someone who's a massive Miku head. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but let's run with it. It's fun, and I enjoy it. So if you haven't, links below video. Hit them up. And I'll see you guys in the next one.